Does it just get harder and harder to, I guess, well, let me ask it this way. Does it get more competitive? Are there others out there trying to do what you're doing and you've got to sort of fight against that? And as the CMO, it's your job to say, well, actually, this is what we do.
I don't think it gets harder. I think we play at a very high level and have for the entire history of the organization. And I think we work very hard to be very good every day, operationally, telling the story, having the right equipment. We spent a lot of time and a lot of money to have the right vehicles, for example. We're the largest operator of F4 Mégales in the country. We have 30 of those cars. We just opened a 45,000 square foot facility at Virginia International Raceway. It's a beautiful place, and it's a place where we can repair and prepare our cars. We've got 7 tractors, 11 trailers. We have classrooms, we have conference rooms, we have lounge areas, all the things that allow us to provide, we think, the best experience. And it's not just, when people ask me about competition, I don't talk about maybe another program or platform. For me, really, competition is money, specifically on the consumer side. We do a lot of very technical training, but a lot of what we do is 1 or 3 day programs, and that's for the person who wants to be Jimmy Johnson or Lewis Hamilton for a day. And so for that reason, they can come see us, or they can go skydiving, or they can get in a fast boat. And so we need to play at a very high level every day, be respectful. So when people come out to see us, we're not inexpensive, we're not a cheap date. And so in order to do that, they have to bring the 2 scarce resources we all have, which is time and money. And for that reason, we have to be respectful of their commitment and be committed to them every day.
Yeah, it's amazing. When you think about the proliferation of interest, even in racing series now, and we've had many folks on this program talking about the effect of Formula One's popularity and expansion in North America, Drive to Survive, obviously. Have you seen any change related to that over the course of the last few years? Do more people want to get on the track?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, we've been. It looks different today because in the 70s and 80s, you didn't have the level of performance out of the factory. You didn't have the number of track days. You didn't have a lot of these BMW, Porsche experiences. So there's a different path that people can take. But we were fortunate to be at a time when the tide is rising. I look at what some of the other entities have done. So we have a friend in Sean Bratches, he used to be the commercial director of Formula One.
He's been on this program.
And he's a great guy, and he's a talented guy, and he was very much the architect of bringing Drive to Survive and Netflix to that program. And so what they've done is absolutely amazing. We now have 3 Formula One races in the United States. And if you look at statistically, this year is a good example. I went to St. Pete for the first race, the most well-attended St. Pete race ever in IndyCar history. If you look at IMSA, and so we have really nice relationships with Formula One, IndyCar across the board, with the Andretti's, with the McLarens. Doug Bowles is a colleague and a friend. They've done a great job. IMSA, if you look at John Doonan and what they've done under the NASCAR tent, rather, as a corporation. And so everything is moving in the right direction, and all that is good for us. But the reality is we've created a portion of that. So we have been the funnel, the beginning of people that want to get into a car or get into a race car or get into some form of performance driving. And that feeds the industry. So it really works both ways. It's great that racing has been good, but we help racing be good.
Yeah, and I'm guessing your word of mouth, especially among those drivers you talked about a moment ago, is all you need. I mean, it is a rite of passage, isn't it, to go through Skip Barber?
It is. I'd like to say it's all we need. It's a good portion of what we do, the reference and the referral to what we do and what we've done. But today's a different time, and attention spans are smaller, and social media is faster. And so in addition to the great product and the wonderful team that we have, we've got to tell that story. And everyone in the group does it. I've got the marketing responsibility, and I have support from people like Ryan Kish. But at the end of the day, any interface, any activity that we have with a consumer or customer is very important, no matter what role you play in the company. If you're a tech, you're an engineer, you're an instructor, you work in any one of our facilities. And so all of it's very important. And we all have to remember that. Be respectful of the commitment that people bring to us in their time and money, and make sure we make every effort and try and be better every day. We do try. We're not perfect, but we've done a nice job.